Today we're making a delicious frittata, a versatile meal perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. With a base of eggs and your choice of veggies, meats, and cheeses, you can create something nutritious that fits your taste and budget. Let's get started. The first step is simple yet very important. I'm going to wash my hands before we start. Washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds will prevent the spread of germs from your hands to your family's food. Since I'm going to be using the oven later, I'm going to preheat it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit so that it's ready. Let's start cooking 1 cup of our protein filling. For this recipe, I'm using a cup of ground sausage, but you can use corned beef, ground chicken, turkey, or beef for this recipe. I'm going to heat my pan here on medium-high heat. Now that it's nice and hot, I'm going to add my ground sausage. I've rinsed our canned vegetables. Research shows that rinsing your canned vegetables, not just draining them, can reduce the sodium content by up to 40%. In this recipe, I'm using canned diced tomatoes and canned chopped spinach. Now that these are rinsed and ready to go, we'll set them aside for later. For this recipe, I'm using a Vidalia onion and a bell pepper, but you can make it to your taste. Remember, you can check out the full recipe on our website, foodtalk.org, for all of our ingredient options. For this frittata, you'll want about 2 cups of vegetables total, minus the onions. For this recipe, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of bell pepper, a half a cup of chopped spinach, and a half a cup of diced tomatoes. Now, let's start cooking these veggies. Now that my sausage is cooked, let's add the veggies to the pan. We'll saute these until the onion becomes clear and slightly browned and the pepper becomes softer. Now that the onions and peppers are nice and tender, I'm going to add our rinsed spinach and tomatoes. While these are heating up, I'm going to work with the egg mixture for the frittata. I've got some tips for helping you identify if your eggs are still good before using them. Products typically have a sell-by or use-by date on them, but it's important to know the difference. Sell-by dates tell the grocery store how long to keep a product on the shelf, but it's not a safety date. If your eggs are past the sell-by date, that doesn't mean they are bad. Use-by dates are the last recommended date to consume a product at peak quality. If your eggs are past their use-by date, this is a better indicator that they may be bad. However, if you're ever in doubt, there's an easy trick you can try at home to see if your eggs are still good after their sell-by or use-by date. Simply fill a cup with water and place an egg in the cup of water. If the egg floats, it is no longer safe to use. If your egg sinks, it's still safe to eat. I'm going to grab my bowl here and start adding my ingredients for the egg base. I've cracked 8 eggs, as you can see in this bowl. Now I'm going to add a half a cup of milk, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now let's whisk everything together. We're going to set this aside for now. If you're using an oven-safe pan, go ahead and pour your egg mixture over the cooked vegetables and protein and sprinkle half a cup of shredded cheese on top. Let this mixture cook on medium-high heat until the edges of the eggs start to pull away from the pan. If you're not using an oven-safe pan, pour your veggies and protein mixture into an 8x8 baking dish. Then, pour your egg mixture over the filling in the baking dish and sprinkle half a cup of shredded cheese on top. Now place your pan or baking dish in the preheated oven and let it bake for 15 to 25 minutes. Now that our frittata has been in the oven for about 20 minutes, let's take it out. Wow, that smells great. I can't wait to taste it. Wasn't that simple? Frittatas are a fantastic way to use up leftover ingredients and add variety to your meals. Remember, the possibilities are endless. Mix and match your favorite flavors to keep things fresh. And visit us at foodtalk.org for more healthy and delicious recipes. See you next time.